If you've been carrying tension in your body all day, tight shoulders, a heavy chest, a mind that just won't settle, this is for you because it's not just in your head. Your body has been holding on to everything you've moved through today. The noise, the needs, the constant doing, and most of the time, we don't even notice it building until everything starts to feel like too much. And I'm not here to ask you to push through that. I'm here to guide you into a slower, deeper practice, one that helps you release what's been quietly building, soften the tension your body's been carrying, and give your nervous system space to settle. If you're new to my channel or you've been here a while, I'm really glad you're here. I'm Victoria, and I teach yoga and nervous system tools that help moms feel less overwhelmed and more like themselves again. So come on, hop on your mat with me and let's get started. Let's begin our practice today in supported caterpillar. Extend your legs long in front of you and place a bolster over your thighs or shins. If the backs of the legs feel tight here, you might place a folded blanket underneath your sitting bones. That small lift can help the pelvis gently tip forward. You can also soften the pose by bending the knees slightly or stacking another prop under your torso so your body feels supported. Take a moment to arrange the shape so nothing feels strained. When you're ready, take a slow breath in and sit up tall. As you exhale, allow the body to melt forward over your legs or your props. Let the arms rest wherever they naturally land. Begin by bringing awareness to the crown of the head. Notice the forehead, the space behind the eyes and the jaw. If there's any quiet tension there, let it soften. Let the shoulders drop away from your ears. Allow the weight of the arms to rest fully. Bring your attention to the upper back. As you breathe in, notice the ribs gently expanding into the back body. Maybe the shoulder blades drift slightly apart. And as you breathe out, feel the chest soften downward. Now notice the belly. Let it rest heavily against the thighs or the bolster. There's nothing here that needs to be held in. Continue scanning toward the hips and the back of the legs. If the hamstrings feel intense today, you might play with gently pointing and flexing the toes. Sometimes that small movement helps the nervous system soften into the shape. And finally, notice the heels and the feet. Let the legs grow heavy. Let gravity do the work. Your body doesn't need to stretch deeper here. We're simply giving the nervous system the space to begin settling. Take a few breaths to arrive. Nothing to force here, just breathing. Sometimes the most supportive form of self-care isn't doing more, it's giving the body a moment to be heard. Slowly begin to walk your hands back. Lift your head. Press yourself up into seated. From here, we'll begin setting up for a reclining hero variation. Turn slightly to one side and place the block on its medium height. Then, rest your bolster on top of it to create a gentle ramp. This setup allows you to adjust the depth later. If the back bend feels too strong, you can lower the support. And if you'd like a little more opening, you can raise it. Once your props are arranged, return to a seated position with the bolster just behind your sacrum. Shift your weight slightly into your left sitting bone. Draw your right heel toward your seat, possibly tucking the foot beside or slightly under the hip if that feels more comfortable for your knee. Extend your left leg long against the mat. Take a slow breath in and sit tall through the spine. And as you exhale, begin lowering yourself down onto the bolster. You might hold the sides of the bolster as you descend so the movement feels steady and supported. Once you arrive, allow the arms to rest comfortably by your sides. Let the chest feel gently open. Notice the stretch along the front of the thigh and hip. But remember, this shape doesn't need to be deep to be effective. If your body asks for less, you can always lift yourself up slightly or adjust the height of the ramp. Bring your attention back to the breath. Feel the inhale expand across the front of the chest, and the exhale soften the ribs toward the support beneath you. Sometimes when the front of the body opens like this, we notice just how much we've been leaning forward through the day. So allow the body a moment to experience something different. Let the shoulders grow heavy. In your own time, press your elbow into the mat, gently rolling to one side. Press yourself back up slowly. Bring the soles of your feet together and allow the knees to fall open. If the hips feel tight here, you might slide a folded blanket underneath your sitting bones to give the pelvis a little lift. Place the bolster in front of you. You might keep it as it is or add a block underneath it if you'd like a little more height. And if the inner thighs feel quite strong today, you can always slide blankets or blocks underneath the knees for support. Take a moment to arrange the shape so that your body feels supported. When you're ready, take a slow breath in and sit tall. As you exhale, allow the body to fold forward over your support. Allow the spine to round naturally. Let the arms rest comfortably. Notice how this shape invites the back body to soften. Many mothers spend the day holding things together, schedules, emotions, responsibilities. In this shape, you don't have to hold anything. The body can simply rest. If sensation builds too strongly, ease back slightly. There's wisdom in the middle ground. Not forcing, not avoiding, just listening. Slowly begin to lift your head. Bring the hands back beneath the shoulders, and this time we'll find reclining hero on the opposite side. Place your bolster back behind you, creating a small ramp. Gently shift your weight into your right hip. Bend your left knee beside your bolster and extend the opposite leg long. Lower yourself back down slowly. Notice if this side feels different. Not better, not worse, just different. The body rarely speaks in perfect symmetry. Sometimes rest shows up in the places that have been quietly working all day. And when we notice those places with patience, the body begins to soften on its own. Stay here. Let the breath remain steady and natural. Slowly press your hands into the mat, pressing yourself back up into seated. You might like to turn your body toward the wide side of your mat. Extend your legs in opposite directions. Bring the right leg out to the right side of your mat. And bring the opposite foot in toward the inner thigh. Place your block inside the extended leg. Inhale, sit tall. Interlace the fingertips behind your head. Exhale, lower down onto your block, resting your elbow on the block and cradling your head in your hand as you gently arc sideways. Let the side body open gradually. Try to keep the chest gently turning upward rather than folding forward. You might allow the top shoulder to roll slightly open. The top hand could rest slightly behind your back, almost like a soft bind. Only if that feels comfortable. Let the chest rotate just enough to feel spacious. The ribs expanding, the breath finding a little more space. When the body begins to settle, the breath often deepens naturally all on its own. And when the breath deepens, the nervous system receives a signal that it's safe to soften. You're not forcing relaxation. You're creating the conditions where it can happen. Using your opposite hand to slowly pull yourself up, come back through center. Extend the opposite leg out to the side. Bring the other foot in toward the inner thigh. Place your block inside the extended leg. Rest your elbow there, cradling your head in your hand as you gently arc sideways. Let the side body open gradually. Try to keep the chest gently turning upward rather than folding forward. You might allow the top shoulder to roll slightly open, and the top hand could rest slightly back behind you, almost like a soft bind if that feels comfortable. Let the chest rotate just enough to feel spacious. Notice the sensations through the ribs, the waist, and the hips. Sometimes one side of the body feels more open. Sometimes it feels more cautious. Both are completely normal. Rest doesn't always arrive evenly or perfectly. Stay curious. Stay patient. Let the breath move easily through the side body. Slowly release the shape. Take a moment to come back upright. From here, we'll begin setting up for final resting pose, supported fish. Lay your bolster lengthwise along your mat. You might place a blanket down at the bottom to reduce the curve of your spine, and another on the top of your bolster for a neck roll. Take a moment to arrange your props so everything feels ready. Sit just in front of your bolster. Using your hands behind you for support, slowly begin lowering yourself down onto the bolster. Let the spine rest along the support. Allow the chest to gently open. Arms can rest comfortably beside you. Legs can extend long along the mat. Take a moment to settle here. And if the legs would feel more comfortable with support, you can place an extra prop, maybe a blanket or a bolster beneath them. Take any small adjustments that help the body feel fully supported. Once the shape feels comfortable, allow the body to become still. Feel the support beneath you. Let the front of the body feel spacious, and the back of the body be fully supported. Notice the breath again. Feel the inhale gently expand the chest. Feel the exhale soften the body downward. This is where the practice begins to integrate. When the nervous system begins to settle, that's when the self-care practices really start to land. Not as another task, but as something the body can truly receive. Let the breath guide you into stillness. Let the breath be the first movement back into your body, wiggling the fingers and toes. When you're ready, roll onto your favorite side. Slowly press yourself up to seated. Notice how it feels to be here now. A little quieter, a little softer, a little more connected. Thank yourself for giving your body the space to settle today. Slowly bring your hands to heart center. The Mama in me honors and respects the Mama in you. Momaste. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today. If this felt supportive and you'd like to understand a little more about why we're building capacity this way, I shared a short conversation on the channel about nervous system regulation and self-care. I'll link it below. And you can also download the Afterglow journal page at momaste.com to reflect and integrate. And if you know a mama who might need some steady nervous system support, share this video with her. And I'll see you back on the mat again soon, maybe in the next practice here.